Welcome. This is Sue, and you are with me on Get Sold with my special guest, Soul.2k. Welcome, Soul.2k.
Hello.
So I'm going to ask him some questions, and whatever comes out, comes out. I'm going to tell you a little bit, ask him questions to tell you a little bit who he is and what he does and so forth. We weren't able to get questions ahead of time, so that's okay. So we'll try to figure out where to go and ask his guides or, creator source, what we should accomplish tonight. So with that, I'm going to do just a little white light meditation to bring in protection. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to bring down some white light. We're going to go through our body, bring it down. What?
I'm gonna do it too.
Perfect. Okay. Bring it down through our body, down to our feet, down to Mother Earth and ground. Bring it back up again, and just ask that we be guided by the brightest light, creator source energy, and protection and love. And may we be guided to what we're going to hear tonight. So, with that, okay. Soul.2k. Who is Soul.2k besides an 8-year-old boy?
I am Soul.2k is a ascended master who has experienced lots of lifetimes.
And exactly how many have you experienced that you know of?
2.4 million.
Okay. And what planet are you from, mainly?
I was made on a planet that's like a cyborg factory planet, but it's good. Lots of spirits will make new spirits. Give them lots more gifts for the beginning, and overall and some of them will have will have a specialty in one very big skill. Others will just be really good at one skill.
Okay.
Or really good at a lot of skills.
How many are there like you on this planet right now?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
152.
Okay. And what is their purpose?
Lots of them serve. I'm gonna give out maybe 2 or 3 because
that's fine.
So one of them is to bring courage. The other one is to
That's okay. Take your time.
Is to start a new beginning, like give other people a start for a new beginning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you mean in their lives? You mean birth? Do you mean on this earth?
Yeah.
On this earth?
Yeah. Okay. Let's say if they're lost, they can show them the real way.
Okay. What did they have to do to access that help? How would they know to get help?
Like the way, so right when they're born, if someone was going a part of their lifetime or not following their lifetime in some way, this person will be able to guide them back to their lifetime.
Okay. All right. So then what is your mission here on Earth as an ascended master in an 8-year-old body?
My purpose is to spread unconditional love.
Okay. And for those who don't really know what unconditional love is, what does that mean? Because we all say we love things, but what does it mean to truly be unconditional?
To be unconditional or to be unconditional loving is when you just have so much love for lots of just things, and it's like unconditional.
So no conditions.
Yeah.
You can be naughty, negative, you can be a broken soul, you can be whatever you are, but to love unconditionally means that you love that being in total.
Yes.
Without saying, well, I love you if, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. How do you access your information to the universe?
Um, Lots of ways. I do it in different ways. Some ways are for like private stuff. Well, there's basically two ways, and there's one emergency. One is for private stuff, another one is for an emergency, and another one is for just general things.
Okay, so the way that I know is the creator source way. So can you explain to people what that means going in through heart space?
When you go in through heart space, it's when you go in your high heart, which is above your heart, and when you go when you go in your high heart, I'm just gonna call it a heart for short. That is where all the answers are. So that's usually my main one. So my private one is yeah. So but
Do you want to mention that your private one, not giving private information, but do you want to mention other ways or just leave it at that?
can I explain what my emergency and private ways are?
This is your thing. You
Okay.
explain everything that you want
So
to.
my private is I have this spirit god. It's a god, and we made friends in the spirit realm. His name is Merrick, and he's the god of ancestors. We talk a lot usually we talk about it in like normal talks because he usually doesn't like support the. He has really good information, like really interesting and good information, but he doesn't support that like. So it's kind of private the information that he gives because it's not really giving so much hope, but it's still really interesting.
I get it. So it's a little more on the reality of the way things are out there in the universe and what we're trying to do. Our mission is to try to empower people.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of what I know from some of these discussions personally is that he'll tell us things, share information with us that really wouldn't be a good idea for other people if you don't have the understanding. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So let's see. What if you can go inside and just ask what we should share with the people? Because I'm trying not to do too much talking. All the other videos we did, I just yep, yep, yep. But I'm trying to let him do all the talking. But it's hard when he can answer just about anything. He can answer health questions. He can answer, what's a person doing? In fact, we went to do some horse healing. And I said one night, I said, so how is Jax doing? So he can communicate telepathically with the animals. So it's hard to ask him any questions as to what you, the viewer, wants when he can access so much. So that's where I get stumped because we're going through a lot as an Earth right now. You want to talk about a little bit about what uh how we can empower people right now? What do they need to know right now?
And by the way, Jax is the name of the horse that I went to at the horse healing. We both really like each other.
Yep.
So, what's the question?
And the question is more or less ask inside what information we should give to the people right now. What would most empower them to know? Again, it's a lot of people we're talking about, but the ones who are watching us will be guided to watch us. What would you say to them that would help them or be of interest, something that might be of interest for them to know?
If you're if you trying if you're trying something spiritual or trying to go in to do something and you can't do it, don't give up because that will make an even more like negative force and it will make it harder for you to come in.
So when you're talking about coming in, are we talking about going inside to ask information? Explain a little bit more so people understand what the words refer to.
So it's basically when you go it's when you get spiritual information from any source, if it's good. And even if you go for a spirit or to straight for the light or your guides, when you're negative, it can't work. Not only because usually people are supposed to be teach that negative doesn't go with light, it's because with spirits, they don't really like negative force. So if you share like a negative energy with them, they wouldn't want to give you information because they don't want to be around you because you have a very negative like energy around you.
Okay, that kind of like the frequency thing, right? Um, so I'm going to ask you if it would be okay if we did, we're at 29 now, so we got a few more minutes before we end this session. If you were to go inside, and I would like you to do a light language prayer for the people, and if that was okay with you, that would be something that we could gift the audience, the people that are watching, with some light language that will give them some empowerment. So if you can go inside and just ask what would be the most appropriate, and then go ahead.
So light language. So speak light language.
Yeah, if you would, because sometimes people don't always know the words, but when you're speaking light language, it goes across all, you know it from your soul, a soul level prayer and empowerment.
So speak light language.
If you would.
All right. Hi for smaskum. Ni fon sin sin chom. Hi gon din do for cha. Ya for sto ba kiatu. Heim for sin kai so. Ya go ma go. Chi kwa fi shwa yam. Gom mi sham pai xiang yam.
Perfect. And would you give us a little interpretation, a brief of what we were given?
Okay. Hope is not, hope is everything right now. Without hope, you can't achieve anything. Always have enough. You will always be able to do anything. You will always be able. There is no limits, but you have to access it with no negative energy. You have to access it with high hopes. You can't do this without it.
Wow. Thank you so very much, Master Soul.2k. And this will end this episode for now, but we're going to do a lot more. And we would appreciate if you wanted to put any questions for him in the comment section, and then we can have future shows based on some of those questions that you might want to know. So I wanted to introduce you to him, and that's what we've done here tonight. And there's a lot more to come and a lot more love to give. So thank you for being with us. Thank you, Soul.2k, for being here with me and making the show.
Bye.
Bye.